What's going on, YouTube? Mr. Wheels here once again, welcoming you to another edition of Sports Talk. And this is a video that I really don't want to make, talking about the Tampa Bay Detroit series in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Tampa Bay winning that series tonight in 5 games, beating my Red Wings in 5 games. Not too happy about it. Going to talk about it anyway. Before I get started, guys, remember to leave a like on this video, and especially if you're a Tampa Bay fan, you won't catch me talking about Tampa Bay too often. Subscribe if you haven't already, and my links to Twitter and Facebook will be in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter, and please give my Facebook fan page a like. Let's get started. Now, I give all the credit to Tampa Bay for winning this series in 5 games. In my playoff predictions video that you can see if you click the annotation in the corner there, you can see that video. In that video, I said that Tyler Johnson, Ryan Callahan, and Victor Hedman were all listed day to day and were questionable for the series because they were. Sportsnet, their website here in Canada, had those guys listed under injuries as day to day. And I really thought they were going to be out, and I thought that gave Detroit an advantage, seeing as how Tampa Bay was already going to be missing Steven Stamkos, who may not be back with Tampa Bay next year, and one of their better defensemen in Anton Stroman. But I knew that Detroit was in trouble in that right away in that first game when Tyler Johnson, Callahan, and Hedman were all playing. And, you know, I was right. And the other thing that I really didn't like about those first couple games is Jimmy Howard, who, you know, I make no secrets about it. Jimmy Howard couldn't stop a beach ball, in my opinion. He was playing the first 2 games, and I was really upset with Jeff Blashill that he waited until Game 3 to put Peter Mrazek in, who, in my opinion, was the clear #1 goalie for Detroit, regardless of whether he lost his game down the stretch in the regular season or not. You know, playoffs are a different story. Everybody usually steps up, and Game 3 was a testament to that when he came in and, for a brief, fleeting moment, kept Detroit in the series, stealing Game 3 with a 2-0 shutout. I mean, had he played the entire series, we may be looking at a Game 6. You know, hindsight is 20/20 now. But, you know, I really didn't like that on Detroit's part. And then, you know, of course, there's Nikita Kucherov, who, for most of the series, Detroit couldn't stop them. And again, all credit to Tampa Bay. You know, they played well. They're a very good team. You know, in tonight's game, Game 5, Ben Bishop, for the first time in the series, really was the difference. I thought in the other 4 games, all of the other 4 games, he, even though he only let in 2 goals in each of the other 4 games, at least one of those goals in every game was a soft goal, in my opinion. And, you know, some of them he didn't have a chance on, but in 4 out of the 5 games, he kind of let in a soft goal. And tonight, you know, when Detroit had all of their chances and carried the momentum for most of the game, Ben Bishop stoned them. He was a brick wall. He's the goalie that everybody expects him to be, and good on him for that. Because if Tampa Bay is going to move on past the second round, which, trust me, they're going to have a much harder time doing that, Ben Bishop is going to have to play like he played tonight. And, you know, the other thing I wanted to say is the other main storyline going into tonight's game is Pavel Datsyuk. Have we seen the last of Pavel Datsyuk in a Detroit Red Wings jersey? I mean, that's the jersey I'm wearing right now. Pavel Datsyuk is my favorite player. Has been for, you know, the 14 years he's been in the league. I'd be devastated if he left with 1 year left on his contract, but that could very well be the case. So as you can tell, I'm not very happy right now. Um, I thought it was a good effort on the Red Wings to even get into the playoffs this year. With the changes that they dealt with this past off season, losing Mike Babcock, um, and having a new coach is tough. But um, they were lucky to even get into the playoffs, and then I didn't think they played a bad series. I mean, they were in it. They were in pretty much every game. They were in the game tonight, but uh, you know, they rarely had a lead in the series, and when they did tie the games up, they couldn't keep it out of their net. And uh, you know, I'll always I'll always believe this series that if Peter Mrazek had played the entire series, we might be looking at least a game six. Tampa Bay probably would have still won in seven, given that it was going to be on home ice. But I think Peter Mrazek not playing at the start of the series was a factor, um, and that's pretty much all I really wanted to say. Tampa Bay, regardless of who they play in the next round, either Florida or the Islanders, you better step your game up, and um, everybody else besides Kucherov is going to need to score more if they're going to have success in the second round. I will probably do a second round preview of whoever Tampa Bay is playing in the second round, because let's be honest, guys, if you're still watching at this point, I fucking hate Tampa Bay. But I digress. So that's all I have to say. That was my 7-minute rant. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.